Fairness or socialism? That's what we're going to talk about. So in today's video, I'm just give you a prep because I have a video coming out later this afternoon that goes into this in great detail. It's showing you every area of the rate sheets on what credit scores and how much money you're putting down, how that's going to affect you guys out there when you're buying a house after May 1st of 2023. So we're going to dig in on this story here in a second, but let's just go over the economic calendar to see what's going on in the market right now that might affect stocks, bonds, and mortgage rates. So to do that, let's go over to our bond charts. This is what I see on my computer screen all day, every day. You're seeing right here in the bond market, the 10-year treasury is down 0.01, nothing to write home about. The MBS market just took a turn. This was at 0 when I'm prepping for the video. Now we're down 13. It's going to be a seesaw effect, but it's all going to be dependent on the economic news that we have today. So let's get over to that. And then after that, we're going to discuss that new plan that President Biden is putting into effect. So the economic calendar for today, the only thing out really today, as I have on here, the economic calendar, was the manufacturing indexes. And let's go back to here. So what we have for today is core durable goods orders, which shows us how much manufacturing in this country is doing. The previous reading was negative 0.3, and that was kind of a shocker. The economists thinking it's going to come in at negative 0.2. It came in actually plus 0.3. Not a huge move, but this is cause for concern because when I see this, the first thing I'm thinking is anything good in the economy, anything good news in manufacturing, in the public sector, in the economy, in the stock market, is bad news when it comes to housing, because the better the stock market's doing, the higher the rates are going to go. Okay, so that's basically the correlation behind all this. So let's take that into effect. Dive into these headlines. I have a video coming out about 2 or 3 o'clock today that's getting edited right now that's going to really do a deep dive into this. It's going to show you every area of every block in the rate sheet and how it's affecting you guys out there. If you've postponed putting off a house and you're like, okay, mortgage rates are finally coming back down a little bit. Housing in my area is starting to stabilize. Now this. Come on, folks, give me a break. So I want to go over some of that news. The first thing we do, and when we Google this thing, and here's why I created this video, plus you guys are asking, is, what's going on? All right, so if you read this, a new federal rule enforced by Biden administration will make it so that people looking to buy a house with credit scores of 680 or higher will have to pay about $40 per month more than people with worse credit when buying a house for a loan or getting a loan for a house for $400,000. Okay, $40. That doesn't seem like much. Okay, so all right, $40 a month. Then you go to the next thing is a new federal rule could raise the monthly payment for buyers with good credit scores over $60 a month. 40 or 60. Okay, now we're getting a little more expensive. Let's check out one more detail. For example, a person with a 620 credit score and a down payment of 5% get 1 3/4 fee discount on a 30-year rate. Okay, that's part of this. But a person with a FICO score of 740, which is kind of the highest credit score that there was when it comes to rate sheets, or above, with 15 to 20% down. So think good credit, and they saved a bunch of money. They're able to put 20% down, where in most cases people were putting down 3 to 5%. This person's got a great credit score, putting a ton of money down. We'll see an increase of 75% in fees from current levels. So we started out at $40 a month, then we went to 60, now it's 75% in fees. Well, what is it? That's what we're going to talk about later today. But the one thing I do want to show you guys is why FHA was basically, it wasn't created for this. It was created to help middle to low income families with not so great credit get mortgages. That's the whole point of it. So you usually, if your credit score is, let's say 640, 660 and below, we usually look to go FHA because that's what it's built for. It's built for low to middle income with moderate to, not so great credit. Okay, so this is why this was created. Let's read it. An FHA loan is a government-backed home loan insured by the Federal Housing Administration, the FHA. This loan has less restrictive qualifications, which can make a good choice if you're worried about coming up with a down payment and have a lower credit score. And it's backed by the federal government. That's why it was created. So is this, again, is it fairness to those that, instead of going with an FHA loan, now you can go conventionally because the rate's a little bit different? Or is it another form of socialism? So let's get over to where mortgage rates are. So let's check out the ticker real quick. It's basically steady right there. Let's get over to where mortgage rates. Here's the top 6 mortgage rates that Mortgage News Daily posts every day. So what they do is they survey mortgage lenders all over the country and say this: if you had a buyer, they're buying their first house, it's going to be their primary home. They have a 740 credit score. Well, these are going to change as of next week, but they have a 740 credit score and putting 20% down. Well, their rates today, and again, this is going to change on Monday. Here's where the top 6 products where their rates would be. Okay, so you can see that all the way across the board. You can see that same person, 30-year fixed, 6.5, 30-year FHA, 6.1. Okay, that's why you use FHA. It's cheaper, and it doesn't give you as many hits for your credit scores. Conventional financing, or I'll say conventional financing is for middle to higher income and credit qualifying, because those are the groups that are actually able to come into closings with 10 or 20% down. Okay, so if you're concerned about your credit based on all this stuff, what can you do? Well, the best thing to do is I created a website called Credit Scores and More. Now, this isn't a promo, but it kind of is. Everything is prompted around credit scores these days. I have consultations with people every day, and they're like, oh, my credit score, my credit score. So they're inundated with credit. So I created a system called Credit Scores and More. Check it out. I'm going to give you 3 links that you really might most likely look to use. Free credit scores. If you aren't signed up for Credit Sesame, I'd highly suggest you do, and you can do it right on this site. You probably have Credit Karma. You might not have heard of Credit Sesame. It's a free system. It's fantastic. It's going to ask you to upgrade to VIP programs and stuff like that. Don't do any of it. You heard it from me there. The next one is right here, My FICO. This credit score right here, your true credit score. This is the credit score that you would pull, that I would pull. This gives us your FICO credit score. And remember, when we're going down through here, everything talks about your FICO score, your FICO score. You can see it down through here, credit scores. And I think this one references your FICO score, and this might be the only one. But when you're getting a mortgage, they use your FICO score, so you can actually get your true FICO score here, and it's a soft pull. It doesn't count as a hard pull against you, affecting your credit scores. Now, if you want to use the system I use, and I love it, it's right here. It's called Smart Credit. You have access to it right through this system. You can click here, watch this video, me going over it. It's just giving you a presentation of what's there. If you like it, you can just scroll down here and click here to be a member of that as well. So that's my report for today, guys. All I ask you to do is give us a thumbs up, subscribe down below, click the bell every time I hit a video, and check out my video coming out today to explain all of these things that the Biden administration is putting in effect starting next week. Thank you so much for watching, guys. God bless. I'll see you later today. Bye-bye.